Salt is one of the oldest substances used by humanity. It has preserved food, shaped trade routes, and influenced entire civilizations. Yet today, salt is treated as something ordinary, cheap, abundant, almost invisible. What most people never consider is that modern salt is no longer a natural byproduct. It is an industrial material engineered to meet precise standards of purity, granularity, and chemical composition. Different industries require different salt. Food processing demands strict control over contamination. Chemical manufacturing depends on salt with predictable molecular behavior. Medical and pharmaceutical uses allow no margin for impurities. To meet these demands, salt production operates at massive scale. Seawater and mineral deposits are transformed through controlled evaporation, mechanical extraction, refining, and purification systems that run continuously. Small variations in crystal size affect how salt dissolves. Trace minerals change flavor and reactivity. Moisture levels determine shelf stability. What appears to be a simple white crystal is the result of filtration, separation, and industrial precision. Salt is no longer harvested itis produce, and once you understand how salt is really made, you begin to see that salt is not just salt at all. Before we continue, this channel explores how everyday materials are engineered at industrial scale, from raw sources to controlled systems. If this kind of process interests you, consider liking the video and subscribing. It supports the channel and helps keep this documentary series going. Salt is often understood as a basic ingredient, something added to food without much thought. At an industrial level, however, salt is treated as a material with highly specific requirements. Modern salt production exists to reduce natural variability. Salt sourced from seawater, underground deposits, or mineral lakes contains impurities that must be controlled depending on its final use. Industrial systems are designed to separate sodium chloride from unwanted elements such as magnesium, calcium, and trace metals. These impurities affect taste, chemical reactivity, and long-term stability. Unlike traditional harvesting methods, industrial salt production relies on measurement and repeatability. Crystal size must be consistent. Moisture content must remain within narrow limits. Purity levels must meet regulatory standards. Different applications demand different specifications. Table salt prioritizes flavor and safety. Industrial salt supports chemical reactions, where predictability is critical. Pharmaceutical-grade salt requires near-total removal of contaminants. To achieve this level of control, producers combine evaporation, mechanical extraction, washing, and refining processes at large scale. Each stage introduces decisions that determine the salt's final behavior. Understanding how salt is really made requires looking beyond the crystal itself and examining the systems designed to standardize one of the most ancient materials still in use today. Industrial salt production begins with the selection of the source. Despite appearing uniform, salt originates from very different environments, each requiring its own extraction strategy. One of the most common sources is seawater. In coastal regions, large evaporation ponds are used to concentrate salt naturally. Seawater is guided into shallow basins where sunlight and wind slowly evaporate the water, increasing salinity over time. This process is gradual and highly dependent on climate. Temperature, humidity, and airflow all influence evaporation, speed, and crystal formation. If evaporation occurs too quickly, crystals can trap impurities. If it occurs too slowly, unwanted microorganisms may develop. As water evaporates, dissolved minerals begin to separate in sequence. Calcium carbonate and gypsum precipitate before sodium chloride. Industrial systems are designed to remove these early compounds so that the remaining solution becomes rich in salt, suitable for harvesting. Once sodium chloride reaches saturation, salt crystals begin to form and settle. These crystals are collected mechanically, washed to remove residual brine, and transferred for further processing. Another major source of salt is underground mineral deposits formed millions of years ago. In these cases, salt is extracted through mining or solution mining. In conventional mining, large salt deposits are accessed using heavy machinery. The extracted rock salt is crushed and transported for refinement. This method yields large volumes, but introduces solid impurities that must be removed later. Solution mining follows a different approach. Water is injected into underground salt layers, dissolving the salt to create a concentrated brine. This brine is then pumped to the surface, where salt is recovered through controlled evaporation. Solution mining allows for greater control over purity, but it requires careful monitoring of pressure and stability to prevent collapse of underground cavities. Regardless of the source, raw salt at this stage is far from finished. It contains varying levels of moisture, mineral contaminants, and inconsistencies in crystal size. Before salt can be refined, it must be stabilized. Excess moisture is removed through drying systems designed to prevent clumping and microbial growth. Drying temperatures must be controlled to avoid altering crystal structure. Raw salt is then screened and sorted. Particles that are too large or too fine are separated for uniformity at this stage, simplifies later refinement, and improves consistency. Throughout this phase, quality control systems continuously sample material. Chemical composition, moisture levels, and particle size distribution are measured to ensure the process remains within acceptable limits. Industrial salt production is not about speed. It is about managing variability across natural environments that are inherently unpredictable. By the end of this stage, salt has been transformed from a naturally occurring substance into a standardized raw material. It is now ready for the refining processes that will determine its final purity, behavior, and intended use. Once raw salt has been stabilized and sorted, the focus shifts from extraction to refinement. This stage exists to transform a naturally variable material into a product with predictable chemical and physical behavior. Refining begins with washing. Raw salt crystals are exposed to controlled water flows, designed to dissolve surface impurities without significantly reducing crystal mass. This step removes remaining traces of magnesium, calcium, and other soluble compounds that affect taste, reactivity, and appearance. The washed salt is then dried again under carefully managed conditions. Moisture control is critical. Excess humidity causes clumping and reduces flowability. Over-drying can fracture crystals, altering particle size distribution. After drying, salt enters milling and grading systems. Crushers and grinders adjust crystal size depending on the intended application. Fine salt dissolves quickly and is used in food processing and pharmaceuticals. Coarser grades are required for preservation, water treatment, and industrial chemical reactions. Uniformity is essential. Inconsistent crystal size leads to uneven dissolution rates and unpredictable performance. Industrial grading systems use sieves, air classifiers, and vibration screens to maintain tight tolerances. Anti-stage additives may be introduced. For table salt, iodine is often added to address dietary deficiencies. Anti-caking agents are applied in precise amounts to prevent moisture-induced clumping during storage and transport. Each additive must be evenly distributed. Uneven mixing can result in localized concentrations that affect taste, stability, or regulatory compliance. For non-food applications, salt may undergo additional purification. Chemical-grade salt requires extremely low impurity levels to ensure predictable reactions. Pharmaceutical-grade salt undergoes further filtration and testing to meet strict safety standards. Quality control intensifies as salt approaches its final form. Samples are tested for purity, moisture, particle size, and additive concentration. Deviations trigger adjustments earlier in the process to restore balance. Packaging introduces another layer of control. Salt must be protected from moisture and contamination during storage and distribution. Packaging materials are selected to balance durability, permeability, and cost. Automated packaging lines fill, seal, and label units at high speed. Even small packaging defects can compromise shelf life, causing clumping or contamination. Distribution systems are designed around usage patterns. Food-grade salt is shipped to processors and retailers. Industrial salt moves in bulk to chemical plants, water treatment facilities, and infrastructure projects. Each destination requires predictable performance. In food processing, salt affects flavor and preservation. In chemical manufacturing, it acts as a reagent whose behavior must be consistent. In infrastructure applications, salt's physical properties determine effectiveness and safety. What unites these uses is the requirement for reliability. Salt must behave the same way every time, regardless of origin or batch. By the end of this stage, salt has completed its transformation. It is no longer defined by where it came from, but by how precisely it has been processed. What began as seawater or rock has become an engineered material designed to perform specific functions across industries worldwide. Salt is ancient, but the way it is produced today is anything but. If you want to keep exploring how everyday materials are engineered at industrial scale, from raw sources to controlled systems, you can subscribe to the channel and follow the next episodes. In this documentary series, salt has followed humanity for thousands of years. It once defined trade routes, economies, and survival itself. Today, salt no longer shapes empires, but it continues to support modern life in quieter ways. It preserves food, enables chemical reactions, stabilizes infrastructure, and supports medical systems. What has changed is not its importance, but the way it is produced. Industrial salt is no longer left to chance. Its purity, structure, and behavior are controlled through systems designed to eliminate uncertainty, from evaporation, ponds, and underground deposits, to refining lines and automated packaging. Every step exists to standardize a material that nature produces unevenly. Salt remains ancient in origin, but modern in execution. It is not valuable because it is rare. It is valuable because it is reliable, and that reliability is engineered.